welcome to my channel. I'm Sharon and this is Fun with Cross Stitch. Today is Wednesday the 27th of August 2025 and this is not a regular Flosstube today, this is a Flosstube Extra. Now I've noticed over Flosstube there is a lot of stitching games going on. Now we have a few in the Facebook group, but there is a few like Monopoly, gridiron games. There is a few going around. They're the two that come to mind at the moment. So I'm not interested in Monopoly. It's a big game and it's a fun game, but yet not interested in that as a stitching game. Don't know nothing about gridiron, so I'm not going to do that one. So I was thinking, in Australia we have a thing called Big Bash League. Now it's a cricket game. It's a 20-20. There's 20 overs. And you see how many points you can get in that 20 overs. So it's a very good game. So I thought I'd make a stitching game out of the Big Bash. Now we have the ladies play and then we have the men play. Now the ladies start on the 9th of November and they go till the 13th of December. The men start on the 14th of December and go to the 25th of January. So it's not that long for them. But I thought it would be a great stitchy game to start up. Now, the way that I've worked it out, there's 8 teams. And the teams are the same for the men and the women. So there's 8 teams. I've got it all written down here, so I'll just read it to you. You've got the Adelaide Strikers. You've got the Brisbane Heat. Hobart Hurricanes. Melbourne Renegades. Melbourne Stars. Perth Scorchers. Sydney Sixers and Sydney Thunder. Now, Big Bash is only played in Australia because it's a summer game. So I thought, why not? Why not make a stitchy game out of it? So I've gone through all my whips, and what I've decided to do is I'm going to assign one whip per team. Now the teams will be the same. The whips will be the same for the ladies' teams and the men's teams. So I thought I'll just keep it the same all the way around. So what I'm going to do is, for each run that's made, by either team, I'm going to stitch one stitch. Now, one stitch doesn't sound like a lot, but one team can... I was talking to hubby and he says, oh, they'll do about 200, which they probably won't do much over 200 if they go over 200. So that's 200 stitches. That's just one team. The other team might get, say, 150. That's only 350 stitches for one game. And I thought that's very doable. So why not make it one stitch for both teams? And then I thought, well, what about wickets? So each wicket that is taken is going to be 10 stitches. Now, there's only 10 wickets on each team. So you're only going to get 10 for one team and, I don't know, maybe 7 on the other. So that's only 17. So that's only 70 stitches for that whole game. And I thought, well, yep, that's doable too. So why not? Now, if you wanted to do this as well and join along, you don't have to do one stitch per run. You could change it up, do 2 stitches. Do 5 stitches if you wanted to. You could even do just the winning team, or you could do the losing team. Or you could do both. Now, I think I'm opting in to do both because I thought that would be fun and that would be challenging. The same for each wicket. You could change that from 10 stitches if you wanted to and make it 5 if you don't think you're going to be able to get it all done. Or you can make it more. The game is easy to change. But the way I'm going to do it is 1 stitch per run for both teams and 10 stitches for each wicket for both teams. Now I have assigned a whip for each of them. And I'll let you know what I'm doing. So for each wicket where I've got 10 stitches, every game I'm going to be stitching on Toy Shop. So it's Toy Shop by Amy Stewart, and that'll help me work on it every day. Yes, it's not going to be a great deal of stitches every day, but over the Big Bash, it's going to add up. So that's what I'm going to be putting in for every wicket. For every wicket, yeah. So and I won't show you my starting point because this doesn't start until the 9th of November, so things will change on the actual project by then. But that's what I'm going to be starting on for every wicket. Now, for each run, I have assigned, like I said, 1 whip per team. So for Adelaide Strikers, I'm going to be stitching on Merry Mischief. So if the Adelaide Strikers get 200 points, then I'm going to be stitching 200. Yes, 200 stitches. So that's what I'm going to be stitching on with this one. So if Adelaide Strikers are playing Brisbane Heat, for instance, I'll be stitching whatever Adelaide Strikers get on this one. And then Brisbane Heat is Sewing Cats. So then I'll be stitching whatever they get on this one. Now, like I said, they're normally only about 200-ish. Sometimes they don't even reach much over 100. So it's going to be all right. So I'll be stitching on them two for that game. Now, I think it's going to be fun. Now, it's not too many stitches on each. And it's going to be a challenge. Because some nights, there isn't 1 game. There isn't 2 games, but there is 3 games. Now, it's not very often we have 3 games. The beginning of the ladies, we have 3 games. So it's throwing you straight in there. The beginning of the men's is 1 game. But there's more often is 1 game or 2 games. Not very often there's 3. But yeah, that's Adelaide Strikers and that's Brisbane Heat. So that's them two. Hobart Hurricanes, I'm going to be working on hubby's Linfox truck. Now, I should be able to get a lot of that dirt done. I'd love to be able to finish this dirt piece. Now, that's pushing it, but who knows? So I thought that's what I'll be stitching on for Hobart Hurricanes. Now, if they play Melbourne Renegades, I will be stitching on Breaking Free for Melbourne Renegades. So you see where it's going? So I should be able to work on 2 whips per game. Now, it does start on a Sunday. Now, I don't normally stitch on a Sunday, but with the ladies, when they first start, they're doing 3 games. Now, we normally sit down and watch the games, maybe not all of them for the first one, but we will sit down and watch some of it. So while we're sitting down, I'll stitch, but if not, the game starts on the Sunday. I will stitch on the Monday for the game that is beforehand. And then Monday's game, I will stitch that on Tuesday. Now, there is a couple of times, there's a couple of days in between where they don't play. So that's your catch-up days. Yeah, if you need to catch up, you can catch up on those days. Okay, so Melbourne Stars, I'll be doing Christmas band sampler. So I should get a fair bit of this one in. Now, I've just cherry-picked 8, 9 projects that I'd like to get more work done on for the rest of this year. And if they're playing Perth Scorchers, then I will be doing a sewing saying with it. And I should be able to... This one we've worked out, it's only about 7,000 stitches in the whole thing. So that one should be a finish after Big Bash, which will be perfect. So looking forward to that one. Now, if the Sydney Sixers are playing, I'm doing the mugs. This is the mug I'm doing at the moment, actually. Now, I know this is going to be finished, so this won't last for the whole game. So when I'm finished with the mugs, Hubble Bubble is going to step in. That'll take over from the mugs. Because the mugs, I won't have going in January. Fingers crossed I won't have going in January. I want to have it finished this year. So when the mugs will be in for Sydney Sixes, but when that's finished, Hubble Bubble will step in its place. And I should get a fair bit of that one done too. And then you've got Sydney Thunder, which is Tiger. Now this is another one that's got a fair bit of block colour in places that I should be able to knock this one out. So they're the whips I'm going to be working on. Now for the men's games, for instance, the first game on the 14th of December, I haven't got the ladies written down here, I didn't get that far, but I thought I'd get this video out and upload it before I go up to the shops because it loads better when I'm at the shops. For the first men's game on the 14th of December, you've got Perth Scorchers and Sydney Sixers. So the first one would be Sewing Sayings. And then the Sydney Sixers are the Mugs. So the first male game that I'll be stitching on will be these two. So whatever Perth Scorchers get in runs, then they will go on this. So they might get 200 runs, they might get 250 runs. That's how many stitches are going into this one. Now, for Sydney Sixers, I'll be stitching on the mug. Now, they might get 200 runs. So that's how many stitches I will be putting on this one. And then how many wickets they get. One team might be all out, which will be 10 wickets, and I'll be stitching on Toy Shop. Now, 10 wickets is only 100 stitches. And I thought that's not too bad, especially when you've got 3 games. So that's 100 stitches for one team, and the other team might have, say, 7 wickets taken. So that's 7. So that's, what, 170 stitches per game, for that game on here. So this is going to get worked on every day, more or less. And we'll see how we go. I might be able to get a lot more stitches. See, for the men's game, you've got the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Now, they're all single games, so they're all in a row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 games in a row every day, so you get no break. So that's a lot of stitching in that short time. But on the 20th, because I don't play on the 24th or the 25th because it's Christmas. But on the 26th of December, they've got 2 games. 27th, 28th, 29th, they've got 1 game. 31st, they've got 1 game. And then on January the 1st, they've got 2 games. The 2nd and the 3rd is 2 games. And January the 4th, they've got 2 games. The 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th of January. 9th of January is all 1 game. The 10th of January is 2 games. The 11th of January is 2 games. And so on. And then you've got from the 20th of January to the 25th of January, they're all to be announced. So they are the finals, grand finals. So you don't know what you're going to be stitching on those days until it gets closer. Now the ladies' games are the same. I don't have them written down at the moment. I didn't get that far last night. But I know the first game is 3 games. So on the 9th of November, you're starting off with 3 games. Now, I just thought, because I've seen a lot of other games being played, I thought I would give this one a turn. So if anyone is wanting to join me or you want more information, I can send you the list of the games if need be. But they are on Google. It is going to be a fun way to stitch, I think. Now, this sort of ties in with my plans next year. I mean, I will be starting this on 9th of November, so before then I'll still be stitching on all my other ones that I have out. For the 9th of November, it'll be just these 9 projects until the end of January. And I will give you my an update with my, what is it? I'm tongue-tied this morning. My plans, there we go. My plans for next year. So I will give you that. Now, over October, I am going away. So I don't take stitching with me. So I have a whole week that I will be away. So I have to keep track of all the games and all the stitches. So I need to be able to catch up when I come back. Because October... No, sorry. They're not playing until November. Get it together. But yeah, so that works out well. November. I've got November, December, January, whereas we're not going anywhere, so everything will be fine. I was thinking October was in the, yeah, never mind. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fun game. If you want to join along, by all means, join along. Just a big bash game. I thought it would be fun. If you want to just apply a different whip for each game, or if you want to do something with the colours, like Hobart Hurricanes, they're purple. So you might want to stitch on something that's purple. Melbourne Renegades, they're red. So something that's red, or red in the title maybe. Melbourne Stars, they're green. So you might want to do something that's green. Perth Scorchers are orange. Sydney Sixers are pink. And Sydney Thunder are green. So you might want to do something along the lines with the colour of the group, more so than just a whip. But I've chose just a whip. I thought that would be fun. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. If you need any more information, just let me know, either at the end of the video or my email address is always there. And you can get me on Instagram as well. I don't use it very often, but I do pop over there to see what's going on. So if you want to know any more, if you want to join along, come along, have some fun with me. I just think it'll be a good game. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Let me know if you need any information. Thank you for watching. Let's all have some fun. Bye for now.